पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद द्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासंती गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Read from chapter 7, starting text 1. We'll chant until 10 slokas. From 11 to 15 will be today's new sloka, but this is just a revision. We'll all chant together. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Maya Sakta Manapata Yogam Yunjan Madashtayaha Asamshayam Samagram Ma Yathagnyāsyasi Tachrunu Jnanam Te Aham Savijnanam Idam Vakshyami Aseshataha Yajnatva Neha Bhuyo Anya Gnatavyam Avasishyate Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschidhyatati Siddhaye Yatataamapi Siddhana Kaschinmam Vetti Tattvataha Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu Kammano Buddhirevacha Ahankara iti yamme Vinna prakriti dashtadha Apareyam vitastvanyam Prakritim vidhi me para Jiva bhutam mahabaho Yayedham dhyayate jagat Etad yonini bhutani Sarvani di upadharaya Aham krishnasya jagataha Prabhavaha pralayasthatha Maktaha parataram nanya Kinchidasti dhananjaya Mayi sarvam idam protam Sutre maniganaiva Rasohamapsu kaunteya Prabhasmi shashisurayo Pranavaha sarva vedeshu Sabdakhe paurusham rushu Punyo gandaha prithvyam cha Tejaschasmi vibhavashu Jivanam sarva bhuteshu Tapaschasmi tapasvishu Bijam mam sarva bhutana Vidhi partha sanatanam Buddhir buddhimatam asmi Tejas tejasvinamaham From 11 onwards, this will be new ones until 15. Balam bhalvatam chaham
Balam balvatam
kamaraga vivarjitam dharma viruddho bhuteshu
dharma viruddha bhuteshu
kamosmi bharatarashabha. One more time. Balam bhalvatam achaham
balam balvatam
kamaraga vivarjitam
Architam
dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarashabha. 12. ये चैव सात्विका भावा
ये चैव सात्विका भावा
राजसस्तमसश्च ये
राजसस्तमचञ्चये
मत्त एवेति तान् विद्धि न त्वाहं तेषु ते मयि ये चैव सात्विका भावा
ये चैव सात्विका भावा
राजसास्तामसश्च ये
राजसस्तामसश्चये
मत्त एवेति तान् विद्धि
मत्तेवेति तान् विद्धि
न त्वाहं तेषु ते मयि
न त्वाहं तेषु ते मयि
त्रैभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैर् एभिः सर्वम् इदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति माम् एभ्यः परमव्ययम् त्रैभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैर् एभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति माम् एभ्यः परमव्ययम् 14. हैवियेषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते दैवी एषा गुणमयी
दैवीशा गुणमयी
मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते
प्रपद्यन्ते
मायामेतां तरन्ति ते. Text 15. नमां दुष्कृतिनो मूढः
नमां दुष्कृतिनो मूढा
प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमाः
प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमः
मायया पहृतज्ञाना
मायया प्रहृतज्ञान
आसुरं भावमाश्रितः
आसुरं भावमाश्रितः
नमां दुष्कृतिनो मूढः
नमां दुष्कृतिनो मूढः
प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमाः
प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमः
मायया पहृतज्ञाना
अपहरतज्ञान
आसुरं भावमाश्रितः.
आसुरं भावमाश्रितः.
We will read the translation together, meaning 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like that continuously. We can see the conversation.
And the strength,
Yeah, sure.
and the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life which is not contrary to religious principles, O Lord of Gratas,
of the Bharatas.
Bharatas, Arjuna.
Yeah, 12. What's the one?
Uh,
12.
All states of being, be they of goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am, in one sense, everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of this material nature. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance. What?
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh, it's okay. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance. The whole world does not know me for above the modes. Exhaustible. This divine energy of mine, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it.
Please speak through the mic because there is a recording going on and they cannot hear whoever.
Yeah,
They have two mics.
Oh.
yeah.
Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me.
You want to?
So since there are several purports, so that will be the homework. So we can pick one of the purports, which is
Give the mic. Yeah, which you tell then everybody will.
I think we can do 14, purport of the 14th sloka. Everybody can read one sentence, but please pass on the mic. Start with the first one.
Yeah, something. Start.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead has innumerable energies, and all these energies are divine.
Although the living entities are part of his energies and are therefore divine, due to contact with material energy, their original superior power is covered. Being thus covered by material energy, one cannot possibly overcome it simply. As previously stated, both the material and spiritual natures, being emanations from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, are eternal.
The living entities belong to the eternal superior nature of the Lord, but due to contamination by the inferior nature, matter, their illusion is also eternal.
Conditioned soul is therefore called Nipshabada, or eternally conditioned.
No one can trace out the history of us becoming conditioned at a certain date in material history.
Consequently, his release from the clutches of material nature is very difficult, even though that material nature is an inferior energy, because material energy is ultimately conducted by the supreme will, which the living entity cannot overcome.
Inferior material nature is defined herein as divine nature due to its divine connection and movement by the divine will.
Being conducted by divine will, material nature, although inferior, acts so wonderfully in the construction and destruction of of the cosmic manifestation. The Vedas confirm this as follows. Mayam tu prakritim vidhan mayinam tu maheshwaram. Although Maya illusion is false or temporary, the background of Maya is the supreme magician, the personality of Godhead who is Maheshwara, the supreme controller.
Another meaning of guna is rope. It is to be understood that the conditioned soul is tightly tied by the ropes of illusion. And bound by his hands and feet cannot free himself. He must be helped by a person who is unbound. Or the bound, because the bound cannot help the bound, the rescuer must be liberated.
Therefore, only Lord Krishna or his bona fide representative, the spiritual master, can release the conditioned soul.
Without such superior help, one cannot be freed from the bondage of material nature.
Devotional service or Krishna consciousness can help one gain such release.
Krishna, being the Lord of illusory energy, can order this insurmountable energy to release the conditioned soul.
He orders this release out of his causeless mercy on the surrendered soul and out of his parental affection for the living entity who is originally a beloved son of God.
Therefore, surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord is the only means to get free from the clutches of the stringiest material nature.
The words Mam Eva are also significant. Mam means unto Vishnu, Krishna only, and not Brahma or Shiva.
Although Brahma and Shiva are greatly elevated and are almost on the level of Vishnu, it is not possible for such incarnations of Rajaguna and Tamoguna to release the conditioned soul from the clutches of Maya.
Therefore, he can
In other words,
In other words, both Brahma and Shiva are also under the influence of Maya.
Only Vishnu is the master of Maya. Therefore, he can alone give release to the conditions.
The Vedas confirm this the phrase from
Vidit,
Viditva.
Even Lord Shiva affirms that liberation can be achieved only by the mercy of Vishnu.
Lord Shiva says, Mukti Pradata Sarvesham Vishnu Evana Samsayaha.
There is no doubt that Vishnu is the deliverer of liberation for everyone.
Om Tat Sat.
In which book would these slokas be? They are still Vedas are being quoted here?
Yeah. They're all from different parts of the Vedas. So, like we discussed, there are 5 major topics of the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is introducing. Sharantaj, you remember? What are the 5 topics Krishna is talking in the Bhagavad Gita?
Can you give him the mic, please?
how people should be in Krishna consciousness.
Okay, that is not wrong.
5 topics.
There are 5 major topics Krishna is actually talking about. One is,
Wait, let's see if somebody else can.
somebody else,
5 topics of
Shakti.
first.
of the soul of who we are,
Right.
our identity, and who we are.
Mm.
And describes the soul, properties of the soul.
Okay, that's one. First one is who we are, that is the spirit soul and the soul. That's topic number 1.
Where are we?
Where are we?
Where are we?
There is the
Prakriti.
soul in this nature. Material
nature. Prakriti.
Prakriti. The second topic is Sharantaj. Prakriti. And third topic is now the soul is entrapped inside the Prakriti. So what will happen? So there is a result that will
Is it?
happen.
Karma.
No,
Karma.
karma. So Krishna talks about the third major topic, karma. Karma. So there, because you are entrapped into this nature, there is some product, something else is happening that is called karma. He'll talk very uh, in detail about this third topic. And the fourth topic, kala. How long you will be here? What will happen to you? How then all those things about kala, that's time. Then all these four. Then there's one more major topic
Yes.
about himself, about Krishna, about God. So the soul is always looking down through Prakriti, and that is why he is not able to see God. So when you moment you turn your attention towards Krishna, then you'll understand, and also you'll understand how to get rid of these contaminations. Correct? So these are the five major topics. Next time you'll repeat. Okay?
Do you want to
So
repeat
now-
right now? You want to repeat?
You can take a book and write down. These are notes. Yeah, so one of the topics now, the second topic Krishna is talking here in the five slokas is about material energy, Prakriti. So what Krishna is declaring here, Krishna is saying this Prakriti is also divine. Even though it is material energy, material nature, Maya, but Krishna is saying this is divine because it is mine. Whose Prakriti this is? Krishna's. Most of the people sometimes, if they don't like God, what do they say? Oh, I'm not into religion and all that. I'm very spiritual. I like nature. Right? I like nature because I can see and connect God through that. But if they ask little more, one more question, whose nature is that? They don't ask that question. Moment they ask that question, whose nature it is, immediately they'll become devotees. Today, the scientist is studying very deeply the nature of this world, and they are very much interested and they're very intelligent. They can understand how the energy is working. Material energy, there are different varieties of energies, right? Now, suppose we all are walking in outside, hundreds, thousands of people. You go to the railway station, go to the park, go to the mall. How many people are there? Thousands, right? Can you see anywhere, like, can you see at all Wi-Fi connection? Nobody can see it. But if you know the password, we all can get connected. But those who don't know the password, they cannot get connected. Right? The same way, there is a way to get connected with Krishna. So Krishna is giving those passwords in this chapter. How you can get connected with Krishna. So it looks like it's the same energy, just like this light, if it has to glow. What is the minimum thing you have to provide? Wire. You have to provide a wire. And even if you provide the wire, is that enough? No. It has to be connected to the mains. And even if you connect to mains, is that enough? No. That main should be connected to the transformer. Right? Now, looks like electrons are there everywhere. But unless you put this wire, the light will not come in that. Electricity is not passing through that, correct? Even though electricity is everywhere, electrons are freely moving everywhere. But you cannot capture this energy. Electrical energy you cannot capture. So the scientist is able to figure out these things and he's trying to put that. One wire. Inside the wire, it looks like a magician, right? There's nothing, literally, it's only one wire. But just like a magician, you connect this, you put the light switch on, boom, light is coming. Doesn't it look like magic? It does. Now imagine supreme magician. What creation he is doing? He can put water inside fire. Can you do that? Impossible. He can put air also inside water and fire. Can you do that? You see, all these three things are actually connected inside your body. You have fire inside your stomach. If you don't have fire, whatever you eat won't digest. So there is fire. Then you put water. You drink water, a lot of water. If you don't drink water, what will happen? You cannot live. Then air is also there. If you put air and water, fire should go away. But it is not going away. Everything is all together. And each one of us have this special equipment. And in the last class, we also spoke about DNA. How everybody, parents can see the child. Oh, his nose looks just like father. Right? Everybody knows how he looks just by that DNA. That's called DNA. And how much DNA is there inside everybody's body? We spoke last time. Remember? Yeah, trillions. It's trillions of one. It is actually Krishna said everything is like a bead. All the beads are strung inside a rope, right? Like that, Krishna put all the DNA inside each strand, and the DNA, like a helix, we spoke, right? And that, if you expand each one bead, if you expand, it's like 2 meters. And like that, how many we have? 1 trillion. 1 trillion. And they're all strung inside. And how many times we recall every day? Few million, 330 million times your body is recalling this DNA from your body just to do all the work. And all that is inside you. So small body. But imagine if you put the thread, if you expand everything, it is 250 times you can go from earth to sun. 250 times. That long DNA strand is inside our body. Isn't that amazing? Why can't we? Why can't we expand it? You don't need to, because that is what the magician is doing. He's put all that inside you, and the same information you can pass it on to generations. So you don't need to expand. The information is there, just like a seed, right? Suppose a mango seed is there. Then when you plant it, what will come? A mango tree. And how many fruits will come from the mango tree? You can't even count. That many will come. And each fruit again has a seed. Again, one more mango tree will come from each seed. Like that, your DNA is that. It's like a seed. And that is what Krishna is saying. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam. I am the seed giving father to all the living entities. Right? Now he's talking about the Prakriti, nature. This is an interesting topic. Now, what is Prakriti? Prakriti is made of three colors or three strands, whatever way you can say. Now you can see in the sunlight, when sunlight is coming, what color it is? Kind of white. But then, if you actually pass it through a prism, how many colors you can see? At least seven we can see. But all the colors got mixed, and you can see one color. Like that, whatever you see around all of us, everything is made of three strands, which is called Rajoguna, Tamoguna, and Sattvaguna. Everything, whatever you see around you, it is mixture of these three gunas. Okay? What does that mean to us? It is like you're wearing a red color glass. Now, whatever you look around you, what color you can see? Red. If you change that to a green color, everything will become green. So now, whatever you saw before, was it wrong? All you did was you changed the color of the glass. That's all. Everything is same, but you are changing your glasses so the world looks different color to you. That's all. Because right now, like we have a iPhone, you have some other phone, let's say. Now my iPhone has certain pixel it can pick up. Other phones cannot pick up so many pixel, meaning so much detail it cannot see. Some phones before, when we were younger, the phones did not have color, only black and white. When the picture you take, there is only black and white, either black or white or gray shade, that's all. There were no color. Now every phone has color picture. Does that mean the picture was wrong? We didn't have the capacity to capture. You know, ants, when the ant is walking here on the carpet, for the ant, this carpet will look like a ocean. It's never ending. Or like a wasteland, like a desert. It is never ending. But for us, this looks like, oh, only 8 feet carpet. Small, very small. So what was the difference between the ant seeing the carpet and we seeing the carpet? What is the difference? Perception. Our senses can perceive with different variation of wavelengths. Correct? Like that, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, and Sattvaguna, when they are influencing you, you will perceive the world around you in a particular way. So that is the glasses that we all are wearing. So whatever you see and associate, immediately we say, I like this or I don't like this. So moment you say I like this or I don't like this, it is like a memory. It is all stored. All the likes you keep it, all the dislikes also you keep it. So moment you come again next to that same situation, you will either say, oh yeah, I like it or I don't like it. Why? Because you are wearing a certain type of a glass. If you change that, you can change the like and dislike also. So now what happens? This is the game, the illusion game. Now everything we have to make it comfortable. I like it. So all the likes we put together and we call that a home. This is my home. Now in this parameter, whatever is there, I will keep what I like. What I don't like, I'll take it outside this. So now this is a kind of a own prison that we are creating for ourselves. And we don't know that. We are creating our own jail. And we like to stay in that only. So sometimes Somebody who is in Tamoguna, they keep everything dirty, unclean. They eat all like a pig. Pig is all rolling in the mud and all that, right? Doesn't, even if you clean, give him a bath, then immediately it will go and roll inside the mud. Because the pig likes like that. That is the influence of Tamoguna. So if you are also influenced with Tamoguna, you will want to be like that. You don't like clean place. If everything is neatly organized and all that, that person will not like it like that. So Una also means one more word, Prabhupada is saying here it is rope. So our hands and legs are tied with a rope. And rope, like three strands, right? Rope has three strands, it's very strong. Like a choti. You make choti with three strands. Like the three strands are tied together and it is used like a chain or a rope. Now, if I tie you with a rope, but there are three types of ropes. One is gold, one is silver, one is made with iron. Now, which chain I should use for you that you will be comfortable? Gold chain. I can put a gold chain and tie you up. It's okay? Huh? Gold chain.
Gold is nicer than iron.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah.
So rough. So rough.
Very expensive. So, is that a good idea or bad idea?
The point of what is trying to say is no matter what, it's still extremely rough. You don't want to tie yourself with a chain, whether it's gold or not.
So, what happens if you are tied down with a chain? Or why you want to untie? I gave you gold chain. Yes, that is the point. You are trapped. You are trapped by this golden chain. So Prabhupada gave a nice example. Suppose somebody puts you inside a prison house. Okay. Prison house is a good idea. Nice, right? Now, inside the prison house, there are also categories. If somebody is a very rich man or a politician or a very influential person, what they do, they give him an AC room, they'll give him a big room and all that. Nice facilities are there. Food also is given, sometimes TV also is given. Everything is normal for that person. But he is inside the jail. And there's another category of people, they don't get all these facilities. But just with everybody else, you have to be in the same room like that. And there is another type of a person. Yeah. Okay. And the worst type of a person, he will not get any facility. So which person got a better chance? The first one is better, you're saying? He's in a jail.
Gets all these accessories.
He just got more facility, that's all. But where is he? He's in the jail. Yes, ma'am.
Where did you figure out? If he does what he's told. If he, he has some knowledge, maybe. You can bribe the warden and get out of the jail with the.
Yes, it's a crude example that way, but here The warden is Durga Devi. So Krishna is saying, Mama Maya Duratyaya. My Maya you cannot bribe. My Maya you cannot bribe. Is the warden. She's the warden. Yeah, she's sister. She's a sister of Krishna. So, what everybody in this world are trying to do, they are trying to go, just like you said, we are all inside the jail, but we are trying to move to the first class jail so that we get more comfort. So, all of us are trying to move our economic condition better, make our economic condition better. Why? What is our idea? We are thinking we can be more comfortable. But is that a good idea? Because you're still in the jail. You're still in the jail, yes.
Why would Krishna let us come here if it's a jail? He provided us a jail to come.
Yes.
So now you go ask your mom. You go ask your mom, I want to go to jail. And then she'll let you.
Well, I mean, like.
So why would Krishna like allow us to do this?
No, see, let's actually, you're right. You ask the mom, let's go to the beach. The mom will say, okay, what do you want to do? Then you will say, I want to play. With what? With the sand. Then mom will say, okay, if you really want to have fun, I'll give you some molds where you can build a castle and all that. Does that sound fun to you? Then you'll say, yes, yes, yes. Then mom will provide you all the tools. Then you start building a castle. You start playing there. Then you see one wave comes, your castle is gone. Then you build again. Your mom is sitting there only. She'll help you also build it. Then mom knows what is going to happen when the next wave comes. Then you keep on playing that game, and your mom says, now it's time, let's go home. They say, no, 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 I want to play more. What will mom say? Okay. Depends on the type of mom. So she will let you play because she knows you will not be able to play for a long time. She knows very well. Moment you will play until you are hungry only. And until that game will not make you happy, until such time only you will want to play. Every mom knows that. And she will not mind staying another 1 hour extra. Because the time we spend in this world is very, very small. It's relatively very small. Even though we might feel it is very long time, but actually time itself is an illusion. There is no time. Just like, how do you know that? Suppose you sleep, you have a dream. In the dream, you can live 1,000 years like a king also. Possible? But when you wake up, what happens? It's gone. How long you slept really? 8 hours, maybe 10, or maybe if it's like Suchi, she slept like 12 hours today. That's the max. But but in the dream, you lived 1,000 years in a span of eight hours. Yeah.
So in example, the kid gets to go home after they played on the beach.
Yes.
Here, they're not doing.
No, you are. No, that's what Krishna is saying. That's exactly what Krishna is saying here. Maam eva ye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. All you have to do is Krishna, please take me back. Immediately Krishna will remove that Maya. Immediately. It's not like he's waiting. So immediately, actually all the devotees have experienced this. The moment you make your decision, I want to surrender to Krishna. Immediately Krishna will remove you from that rat race. You don't have that struggle for living. Why? Because the devotee made up his mind. He wants to surrender to Krishna. And you might be wondering sometimes how these devotees gave up everything and just serving Krishna. It looks like a very impossible feat if we don't do that act of surrender. But everything else is because it is an illusion. Krishna does that very, very easily for the devotee who surrenders. Just like the example is given, the spider web. Any insect comes in the web, what will happen? Gets stuck, and then eventually the spider will eat you up, that small insect. But for a baby spider, when the babies are crawling on the web, anything happens? Like that moment you surrender to Krishna, this entire world, Maya, what we spoke, whatever you do, there is karma. Immediately, even though you're acting in this world so much, there is no karma. Immediately, there is no karma. Just like you become a government servant, you work for the White House. Immediately, so many taxes are not there, this is not there, that is not there. You don't even have to follow the street lights also. There's no red light also for you because you're working for the government directly. See? Like that, yeah. Yeah. So,
But this situation that you're describing, it's fun. Like the point of this vacation is for the child to have fun and enjoy. But then like Krishna is describing, Prabhupada's describing this as a jail, something to trap us in, and it's like a miserable place. The situation you described is like fun, the child or thing. So why would Krishna like put us in this miserable position? Even if he asked.
no, there is no misery, first of all. Try to understand this. There is no suffering and there is no enjoyment either. It's both are superficial. Both don't exist. It's just an illusion. Like I gave you the example, there is nothing called as happiness. It's all made up in your mind. I'll tell you why. For example, let's say you experience eating one rasgulla and you immediately noted that is nice. Rasgulla is very nice. You made one experience. Now, I'll show you a poster of rasgulla. But you saw this rasgulla and you're thinking, oh, that rasgulla I ate is very nice. So I'm showing you that rasgulla. Only a picture. There's nothing there. Then what your mind is thinking, oh, very nice rasgulla. I didn't give you anything, but you still felt happy. And as though I gave you something. Like that, everything in this world is made up thinking, if I get this, I'll be happy. Just like in the previous days, the kings would go on an elephant to show that they are very rich. Now try to do that in Manhattan. Go on an elephant. If you are, why you are not rich man? They'll think you are a crazy man. But now you have to go in a Lamborghini in Manhattan. Then it is rich. Uh-huh. It's only a metal car, something. It's just metal with four wheels. It is made up. It's marketing gimmick. So in the mind, because it is advertised so much as a prestige, social prestige and all that, so we all got to the same idea. Yes, if I have this, then I am considered rich.
So it's just a system, like, okay, so these things are considered good, they will help you advance or blah blah blah. These things are bad, they're gonna decline you. In this like made up games.
It's made up game. That's all. Like Monopoly. We all sit and play Monopoly. How many towers you make? you are great. What is the value of that?
So when Prabhupada says that we're trapped, he does not mean like physically, it just means that we're away from Krishna.
Yes, that's all. Because you are away from Krishna, because you are not enjoying the real joy, you are thinking, playing with these silly toys, thinking, I am happy, I am so rich, I am this, I am that, I am so prestigious. Like that, you are thinking and you are getting stuck by getting tied in the golden chain.
Okay. So when he's talking about history and all this prison stuff, he's not meaning physical harming or like mental or whatever. It's not actually harming us. It's just we are away from what we could do that one. Like
Yes.
away from Krishna.
Yes. Just like in the dream, if a tiger is eating you up, but you're crying, oh, my leg is gone, my tiger ate it up. What do you have to do to really get rid of that pain? Wake up. So right now, all of us have made up this game. If it is a sales role, we made up a target. If I don't reach this target, oh, I lost. I will not be rewarded. My boss will not appreciate me. Whatever it is, right? We all have gone through, we have put ourselves into this situation. It's all made up. These rules also are made up. Make sense?
I don't know. I was about to ask Alan another question. So anybody get your
Yeah.
I mean, what you asked about jail, right? I mean, even if you ask your mom for jail, she cannot do it. Like, she cannot take you and put you in jail. Your intent and your choices will land you there. It's a path, right? Like, I don't think jail can be provided, but I think the intent and our thoughts and our choices lead us there. You know what I mean? Like when you ask, why would Krishna answer my question? And I said, put me in this. Like, I don't think it's a very voluntary intent and choice. I don't think we are like, Krishna, put me in jail. It's not like that. You know what I mean? I think that's the difference.
But it's a different what like we're describing is a different situation because parents cannot provide that. Our actions are but Krishna made this material world specifically so we could enjoy it because that's what we desire. I was asking like why would he do this in the first place if it's just keeping us away from him? But it's like seconds of his time is just to make us realize that we could have the real thing, why go for the fame? But I want to follow up. So like 1,000 years back, we didn't have Lamborghinis, right? We had maybe horse carriages. So when the desires and intent evolve, the Maya illusion evolves. You know what I mean? When our needs grow, when our needs take bigger forms, that's why we are here, right? We have airplanes now. We can go to Mars because our aspirations and our desires and our choices grew up. So you're saying it's our choice that led us to this.
Exactly, it's a path. I don't think Krishna wants us to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
My point was that it's our choice. So why is he providing us the ability to go through with those choices? It was more so that.
right, but that's exactly what the mom is doing, right? The child is hungry but still wants to play, so she keeps giving toys. Okay, if you want this, I'm going to give you toys. But if you ask me food, I'm going to give you that. So it's what you want, what you want to ask, or what you want to intend to choose. I think that's the.
Yes. Yes. Even to be in illusion, the mom only has to help. She only has to give the tools also.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you cannot play.
Yeah.
So
then-
Krishna is, but doesn't mean mom's intent is that you get stuck there.
Right.
That is the point.
Yeah. Like it's a very voluntary.
Now, Krishna or Prabhupada says in the purport, he says that when we turn off that mic first. I think battery chargers. Prabhupada describes that once we're here, he says this inferior energy like impacts us I don't know the exact wording, but he talks about that. So first, I'm just trying to figure out timeline. So first we are there with Krishna. We decide that we want to play God, and he provides the place to do that. And then the inferior energy infects us.
Yes. So that inferior energy is what we are talking about. Three colored glasses. As soon as contamination we are talking, right? What is that contamination? Moment you come here, you are wearing a glass. And everything else in this world now looks like a virtual reality for you. Just like a VR. The headset, moment you wear a headset, you are inside the game. Now, we all, let's say all of us got one headset. Now, the headset has the capacity, you can choose any game you want. You choose one game, I choose one game, she choose one game. And then, as soon as you press that, you also have the option of choosing an avatar. Meaning, I want to be male, I want to be female, I want to be rich, I want to be this. All these are settings inside that game. Sometimes you don't know how to choose, so those are pre-chosen for you. So that is called prarabdha karma. With that settings, pre-settings, we are coming into this game. This moment this game scene is over, then new scene will be coming to you. That is a new game. Then you don't want to stop playing. Now this game is over. No, I want to play more. Okay, play more. Just like your games, all the games that you're playing, right? You can upgrade your avatar. When you got more points, then that avatar will get more upgrades. With that new upgraded avatar, you can get extra things that you can do, a little more. Now, you cannot be sad that she got more points, I got less points. What did she get more points in what? In that game. What did you get less points in? In a game. Why are you sad and depressed? Yeah.
You said that we are sent here. Yes, rebuilt whatever is rebuilt karma here. And can we able to manipulate that karma, or I mean, in any way like can able to change that?
Yes, yes, Krishna is saying that only. That is exactly text 14. Text 14 is exactly that. He's saying, moment you surrender to me, there will be no more karma left for you. Otherwise, you are stuck in your karma and you have to swim your own karma. You drown, you swim, you do whatever you want because you are not looking at Krishna. You are only looking at the illusion or Maya. So you have to suffer. You are seeing through ahankar. Maya means what is that new lens you got or new glasses you are wearing? That is the ahankar. As long as you are wearing that ahankara glasses, then you are thinking, I have to manage. I am the provider. I am the supplier. If I don't do the work, I don't get the job, I don't do the salary, then my house cannot run. So you are wearing that glasses, so you suffer. That means you take that you took that ownership. Now you run it. You run that game now. But moment you change that rules, you say, oh, wait. I know I'm just playing a game. The director has given me a role play. Director, you tell me what is my next move, I will do it. The same game you are still playing. The only difference is you are saying, okay, director, now you told me to play this role, I am playing. Now the only two things can happen. I can achieve my goal or I cannot achieve my goal. In both the cases, please tell me what is my next move. You are surrendered to Krishna at that point. Why? Because you are not the director. You have acknowledged. This is surrender. This is surrender. A devotee is surrendered to the will of the Lord.
Now you might ask that, but how will I know what is God's what God is telling, what I have to do.
Yeah, I mean, is there other than the Krishna, there might be some other ways to manipulate karma, or I just wonder.
That is what here Prabhupada was saying in the purport. Nobody, including Shiva and Brahma, also cannot change this. Muktidayaka Mukunda. There's only one person. Already, Hiranyakashipu story we know, Ravanasura story we know. Ravanasura went to Lord Shiva. What did he ask? Nobody should kill me. Then what did Lord Shiva tell? I cannot do that. I cannot give you that boon. Same thing Brahma told to Hiranyakashipu. He told, I don't want to die. That I cannot do that for you. Then they try to manipulate. Okay, do this, do this, do. Ravanasura also told everything. Devatas cannot kill, animals cannot kill, everything. Then finally it came. Then Lord Shiva asked, then what about humans? Humans cannot even touch me. I don't care. I don't need to know. So Lord has to come as ordinary human being. And nowhere he declares, in the entire Ramayana, nowhere he declares, I am the Supreme Lord. Not even once. He never declares. He always says, I am the son of Dasharath. She is my wife. I am very devoted to her. I have my brother. That's all. This is my family. And he is very, very, very loyal to the family. Like an ideal human. Guda kapata manushya rupena, meaning he disguised himself as an ordinary human and the Supreme Lord came. But for Krishna, from the time he was appeared in the jail in the mother's womb only, he showed I am the Supreme Lord. He killed Putana when he was less than 3 months. How many demons he killed before he was 5? All the time he is declaring I am the Supreme Lord. He was not even 5, he lifted Govardhan hill. Look at me. It's not even a weight. Like that, Krishna was declaring himself. Yeah.
When Krishna was born,
No, he's not born. That's why he proved. You have prayed to me, not now. 3 lifetimes you have prayed so much that you wanted the Supreme Lord to come as your son. Now I am showing you my 400 form. I am the same Supreme Lord. Now I am accepting my promise to you to come as a child. Now I will become a small baby. He did not come as a human, no.
Lord, when you all remember about the story when we did.
She asked a question.
No, 1 minute, this topic. You remember when we
Krishna book.
Krishna book where say, what was the when Krishna appeared in the womb of Devaki?
He reminded their lives.
Not only that, even when he just appeared, then the whole pastime is there, right? How he actually came inside the womb of Devaki. You
Yes.
remember that part?
And
Oh, you
everybody
forgot.
fell asleep.
No. When he came inside the womb, through the mind he came from. Remember?
Way down.
The whole prasang is there. That how the Lord actually entered Devaki's womb. That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
So we are thinking that he is like a normal child, you know.
Not a seminal
He's
birth.
not like that. That story is there. That is why people think like that Krishna is just born. Yeah, sorry, I cut you off. Yeah.
Here it says, consequently, his release from the clutches of material nature is very difficult.
Can you speak in the mic actually? Because in the
Consequently, his release from the clutches of material nature is very difficult, even though that material nature is an inferior energy, because material nature is ultimately conducted by the supreme will. So he is, does it mean that he is controlling the material nature?
Yes.
And that is why we are not able to get out of it.
He's controlled.
He's controlling. He's not. Yeah. Also, because it is so divine. I mean, supremely powerful. You cannot just find your way and come out. That's what he's trying to say. Even Brahma and even Shiva cannot give you an escape out of this.
But Shiva disappeared again.
Yeah, but he left that portfolio back to Vishnu only.
means you can can get the
He
mercy
came.
of you can get the mercy of Vishnu or Krishna, but he cannot give you mukti. You have to
Ultimately,
remember
mukti release.
no, that at the time of death, if you remember me, you will come to me. Like that,
Right.
if you remember Shiva, where will you go?
He'll send you
that
to
was-
again devotee of
Shiva Loka. But you will not go to again.
If you pray, if you ask a pure devotee to help you stay, you will right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shiva is a pure devotee.
If you approach Shiva as a pure devotee,
He will guide you
he
again
will
to
guide you
Krishna.
again to Krishna. Yeah.
But if you approach
But
him
if you
as a
think,
demigod
or Supreme Lord, you think he is the Lord,
then he will
then he will
Shiva.
say, no, yeah, correct.
So I was talking about inferior energy and all that, and I said we came to this planet because we had the thought we wanted to play God.
Yeah.
How did that thought enter my mind, our mind, if there's no inferior energy there? In
Anybody has the answer?
Prabhu, once again, question.
You talk in the mic actually. Can you ask the question again in the mic? No, first you ask the question in the mic.
There's something wrong with it.
Take that, take the other one.
So when we come to this planet or this material nature, only then inferior energy starts to impact us through the three gunas. But if there's no inferior energy or three gunas, when we were with Krishna, how did we get the thought that we want to play God and we come to it? The first
I'm sure the Prabhupada gives the example, it's very simple. Prabhu also.
Can you give mic to Prabhu? No, this is not good mic. Just give that mic.
Why?
You know, in one lecture, Prabhupada says, actually, you can never be separate from Krishna. That's not possible. But like a loving parent, mother and father, they allow the child to play out and try to be like the parent. But he can never be like the parent until he's grown up and he can be in the same situation. So in the same way, we can never be like Krishna. We can never be equal to Krishna. We're only one of his eternal children. So he allows us, out of his kindness and his mercy, he allows us to come here. We have that desire. And our life here, and many, many lives, millions of lives, we're playing out like a child, you know. Prabhu was explaining earlier on the beach, but it goes on for millions of lives.
I think his question is,
Go ahead.
yeah, his question is, there has to be one point when we made this choice not to be with Krishna, and then this everything else is triggered. When we had that thought, we are not under the modes of material nature because there is no modes of material nature existing in Vaikuntha. Then why did we even have that thought?
That's a very good question.
That's because
A very complex question because it's been asked to Srila Prabhupada many times, but until we become completely purified, till we become completely pure and our heart is cleansed completely and our vision changes, you know, then we have the eyes to see questions that are not answerable in our present state. Because that's a very good question, because if you're in Vaikuntha, and you know, how can I be here? I was there, you know.
Yes.
Even the question of Prabhupada there was a discussion. Where did we start from? Were we in Krishna Loka in the very beginning, or were we in Vaikuntha?
Yes.
Because some devotees were thinking, if I'm in Krishna Loka, once you're in Krishna Loka, you never fall.
Yes.
Not possible.
Yes.
So Prabhupada said, no, we're in Vaikuntha. We're in Vaikuntha. And but he explained it like that, you know, when you're completely pure and your heart is pure, completely cleansed, then there are certain things that you will become just like the curtain will be lifted.
Yeah.
And then you will receive. But to try to understand these complex questions, where in the condition where we are currently, is not possible.
So you mean like that example you gave one day about how you shouldn't ask, how did I end up in the water? While somebody may say you should ask, wait, first tell me how did I get here? Only then I will be safe.
Yes.
You're drowning.
First they pull up onto the ship and then ask these questions.
That particular question is so deep, we cannot understand, we cannot comprehend. In fact, in Bhagavatam, there is a place at the time of liberation, you are provided an opportunity to see all the millions of lives that you spent here in a fraction of a moment, like a fast movie, like whole thing you can see. You're given a chance. And then if you say, hey, stop here, I like that one particular scene, immediately without your knowledge, you'll be going back to that scene again. Because that's, you still have a desire to think that there is something there. So you are provided an opportunity to see how you came into this world. At that point, you will understand why you chose whatever you chose. Then, because you are liberated, then you will never make this mistake again. That's what Krishna says.
Also,
Only one time we made this mistake, that's all.
but one more thing is, one more reason is also that we are independent like Krishna. So we might also get that idea to, that.
It goes back to the question, there is no Maya.
Yeah.
Why did you choose?
But I have independence.
But you don't have Maya. You are
Correct.
not wanting to misuse your independence. So it's a very complex question. You cannot, with any logic, you cannot understand why we chose to be away from Krishna. Because each one of us have a unique reason why we chose. That only you know. That is why
Don't know right now.
That's why it's called Swarupa Siddhi. So that Swarupa Siddhi, when you get, then that question is answered.
So it says no one can trace or not all this stuff. At the same point of this point, no one can trace out the history of the becoming condition at a certain date in a material history.
Exactly. That is the point. That is the point. Unless you are liberated, you will not know. And that is when Krishna gives you the chance.
It's very personal.
It's very personal. It's very personal. Each one, yeah, just like we tell each seed is unique, right? You cannot tell when you have a bunch of seeds, you can't tell which seed is what tree unless it fructifies. The same way, the jiva right now in all of us has a personality, original personality. When you are liberated, that original personality will blossom. At that time, you will know. At that time, you will know why you chose this one silly thing we did. Yeah.
Feeling doesn't have to be a mistake and choice, right? Like
Want to experience
Krishna
it.
Yeah.
put moms in our lives.
Correct.
Moms are, like the epitome of love.
Yeah.
Like who can give that unconditional love?
Yeah.
Like as soon as the baby is born,
Yeah.
it's just
Force.
that
Yeah.
love,
Yeah.
right? Like I don't think it was really a mistake. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
Mistake and choice.
Yeah.
He put so many beautiful things around us, like plants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just grow, Like they don't say, oh, I'll only grow in Aruna's house, I won't grow outside.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was not probably a mistake for everyone.
No. That's exactly what Prabhu said.
Yeah.
You were never ever outside of Krishna.
Right.
You are thinking you're away from
Yes.
Krishna, but nobody can be away from Krishna,
Actually-
even for a minute.
Even now we are not away from Krishna,
Right.
but we have forgotten that song. Everywhere Krishna is there.
I'm a parent, you're a parent. Children, when they're playing sometimes, they're really in there, They're like really, they think it's real,
Yeah.
They're very much engrossed in it, so much. So we're like that. We come to this mature world and, it's also like we were talking earlier, the word, the dimension of time came up. Krishna says, time I am. Right?
Yes.
But over the years, I've read some different books and about time, right? Now, time, because we want to enjoy this material world, we create the past and we create the future. but none of it is really existing in truth. Even today, tomorrow hasn't come yet. We only have right now, and there's one saying by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It's a small poem, and he said, "Forget the past that sleeps, ne'er the future dream at all, but live in times which are with ye, and progress you shall call." Small poem by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And he's talking about if you engage in Krishna at this moment, then next moment Krishna, next moment Krishna, next moment Krishna, then you're going to become self-realized quickly. But that's the idea. He's telling us that there's only the moment, and if we meditate on Krishna in that moment, then we can be free.
But if you can stay here completely, like in that true love, true family, but still be here, I mean, there are so many.
You see, all the prayers that you are praying, you are singing, none of the singing of all the acharyas, they are asking, I want to liberation. Nowhere you are seeing. I don't even want liberation. All I want is your remembrance.
Bhakti.
Bhakti. That's all. That's all. That's because moment you have Krishna, that is Vaikuntha.
Right, exactly. Like that can be here. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Especially for him.
Yeah.
That's what he said. You don't need to die to get nirvana.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, there is a conversation between Narada and Vishnu. So Narada wants to know because when I go for preaching, people ask, where do you live? So what is the precise answer I should give? Then Vishnu says, Naham Tishtanti Vaikunte. If somebody want to search for me and if you come to Vaikunta, I am not there. Naham Tishtami Yogi Hrudayanam. I am also not situated in all the yogis who are meditating and they are able to see me. I am not there also. And then where are you? Where are you?
Gayanti. Wherever.
Tatra tishtami Narada. Yatra gayanti madbhakta. Tatra tishtami Narada. Wherever my devotees purely they are chanting about me and remembering me, that is where I am. That means you don't have to go Vaikuntha someplace. This is Vaikuntha. You remember Krishna here purely. That is why there is one song Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings Shuddha Bhakati.
Shuddha Bhakata.
Shuddha Bhakata. He says, moment I see my house and
When I'm
when I'm chanting the holy names, the house is transformed into Vrindavan immediately. Not only that, he says about even Tulasi. When I see Tulasi, I am transported somewhere else. When I see the Charanamrut, when I see Prashadam, anything connected to Krishna, immediately it's transformed. The whole song is that only. So beautiful. This is the absolute nature of Krishna.
I will give you one more example. It just happened this week. Someone sent me a link about, Mount Kailash.
That's
Kailash.
That's where Shiva is.
Internet. And I don't know, for some reason, the mountain was stuck in my head, and I was reading about it.
Can you talk about
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
the mountain, I was reading about this mountain, Kailash, and I was looking up images for some reason, it was stuck in my head. Like, I just kept constantly thinking, right? And I was like, I want to probably go, but how can I go? I have two kids, I have a job, how can I go? Interestingly, just 1 or 2 days after I was thinking about it, someone posted on a mom's group here locally asking, how do we get to Kailash for a solo traveler? You know what I mean? Like, what are the odds of I know that person, she's a common friend. And I don't talk to her, I didn't talk to her, I didn't talk to anyone about Kailash. What are the odds? So that's what I'm saying, like if there's voluntary conscious thought, now I have a choice to take the trip with that person because now I have a way, right? Like someone that I know is doing it. So I have a choice to take it or not. So I think if you ask or if there is genuine conscious thought, things come together.
Krishna will provide a need.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, I think that's the divine compassion. Like you're asking for it here, and truly, that was really like very. I don't know. There's no words.
I saw that post by the way.
Yeah, yeah. And it's
So
you know,
the journey-
I lost my life, and just that week.
I don't know, that post came because of you now.
So the journey of the soul, Krishna explains, Ichha Dvesha Samutvena. All the jiva can do is only one thing, Ichha. You desire,
Exactly.
then everything else is conducted by Prakriti.
Exactly.
All the time, you only make the decision making only. Just like you're driving a car. All you have to decide is now I'll turn right, then the entire machinery will take you to the right. But the decision is yours. Now take right, take left, go straight, all that is your decision.
When we were growing up, there was a very famous alchemist, Colosilo, right? That was the philosophy that if you intensely desire, the universe will manifest.
Exactly.
I'm like, now it comes to me more often as more and more I read Gita, I'm like, did he steal it from Gita? I mean, that is what it is saying.
Yeah.
But when we don't read, right, that becomes a philosophy, right? It becomes very powerful.
Right. It's a right.
It doesn't stick. And
Yeah.
you read about it, you're going to wait also.
When I read, I was preparing, finished my 12th grade, I was preparing for competition. It used to give me passion. Now, the more you desire, if I desire intensely and get into college, if I desire more material. Yeah. But now that I read this, and somehow it came to my mind, it happened 20 years ago. It's a very old story.
Right.
This guy was telling the same thing. That is the depth. He probably picked up something and he just manifested that into some motivational.
Most motivational speaker, which I keep giving that analogy, you can use Bhagavad Gita as a paperweight also. Right? Like that, what the motivational speakers are doing, they are taking the principles of the Bhagavad Gita and they are trying to do what? To make you successful in this world, to stay comfortably in the jail. But that's not the purpose of what Krishna is giving the removing Krishna. Just removing Krishna and putting their own agenda.
They're taking a bar of gold and using it as a paper.
Yes.
It's important to understand also, we're desiring all the time so many things. But Krishna fulfills your desires according to his timeline, not according to ours.
I was just going to make the same point. Because like you said, Krishna's mom wanted the Supreme Lord.
Yes.
But he came to her in jail.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, anything. Anything. Yeah. And imagine 7 siblings getting killed. And all the life of Devaki and Vasudeva is only pitiful from our calculation. Anything fancy.
Right? Because the manifest is, I think, it does not necessarily naturally do expression, right? It has to do its job. Karma has to do its job. Maybe it was.
This is not
No,
karma.
again, that somebody is getting Krishna as their son. You think they have karma?
Right.
They have no karma only. But if Krishna wants to choose a particular role play, that person should be so much his own person to be in the team. Not ordinary person. In fact, Prabhupada also gave the example. It looks like Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, they are fighting with Vishnu directly, so fiercely and all that, right? But for Krishna, he gave liberation to everybody, including people who are in the Mahabharata fighting and all that. So Prabhupada gave the example, it is just like for Krishna, you do a pillow fight with your daughter. How much it is? Is there any meaning to that fight? Is there any harm in that? Exactly the same way.
It's a
When
game.
Krishna is playing that role of, with the demon, fighting with the demon, it is like a pillow fight only. There's nothing happening.
And also you will.
He wanted to fight. So you need a equal opponent who can give that kind of a fight. Only a devotee, pure devotee can do that. So they are Jaya and Vijaya who did that.
Generally, you'll put the bhar only when they can take the load only.
Yes.
So Devaki and Vasudeva were able to take, he knew that bhar. So I think with this we will stop the class. Yeah. Bhagavad Gita Path ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Panchakalpadavesya cha, kripa sindhu devacha, patitanam pavanebhyo, vaishnavebhyo namo